Hello people on the internet, clicked on this video for some unknown reason. Today we shall be talking about Fortnite Chapter 1 and the entire storyline of it. So, let's begin. As you can already see on screen, we have Chapter 1 Season 4, and yeah, we'll begin with that. To begin with, how it actually began. So, Chapter 1 Season 3 happened, and at the end people started theorizing there's a meteorite in the sky. There was no confirmation exactly, it's just theories, and people theorized. And so yeah, that's how it began. Then a meteorite hit in Dusty Depot, causing it to become a divot, and then people creatively came up with the name Dusty Divot because of the massive hole there. And yeah, that's how it all began. Mr. Man was inside of it, and Mr. Man decided, nah, don't like this place. Decided to get his stuff and leave. Went on an adventure, landed in some guy's secret base. These guys being villains from the other storyline which was happening, the superhero versus villains, the unimportant storyline. No one really cared about that one. We all cared about Mr. Man and how he was loading up a rocket with a bunch of rocks that he left behind. And yeah, with these rocks and the rocket, they decided, hey, let's go on an adventure, yeah, and started flying. They went flying. It tried to crash into a highly populated area, and yeah, they caused a massive rift to happen, and that's how the season basically ended. Yeah, so next came season 5, where like stuff happened, I guess. Like the season started with like a bunch of things that came through the massive rift in the sky, including a man named Rift, a pretty original name there, epic. But yeah, Rift was a illegal man, big crime man, you know. He committed many felonies such as slight vandalism to nobody's private property. And yeah, so he went to jail in the Fortnite dimension. That's where he was the first person to ever get dragged into Fortnite, except from the time that other people dragged into Fortnite. But we don't talk about them times. So yeah, he was the first actual important guy to be dragged into Fortnite. And yeah, he met up with these people, including one of 50 billion John Joneses. And yeah, they had a road trip, travelled the island, and met the cube. The cube was purple, and it came from lightning from the rift, or the drift, who knows. And yeah, the cube rolled around the island and eventually found its way into a lake. And that's how this season ended, with the lake turning into some Lucasade or something. I don't know. So the next season started with the Blackcurrant Lake deciding, nah, I don't really like this place. So they nicked a house from the middle of it, turned into a cube, and started travelling across the island. He went near and far, went to a field, left some ruins, felt, nah, don't really like this either. So decided to explode, left a bunch of himself everywhere, and decided, you know what? Zombies. And that's the first time we got zombies on the map. The cube decided, yeah, so I don't really like the zombies anymore. Decided to stop doing zombies and decided, yeah, I think it's time to just blow up. So that's what we did. Blew up and decided, as I'm blowing up, let's just zap everyone to a goddamn white world where everything is white. You know, I do question what the white stuff was, but we don't question that with Epic. Instead, we just accept that we will win the white world. Then we touched a butterfly. Then we went to our own home, where the cube had disappeared. Some weird rocks had landed in the lake, which it was first at, and that was the end of the season. Other than some weird guy tried to parachute and failed. We don't know what happened to that guy. We still have the missing person pictures all up. We're on the hunt for him. Don't worry. And yeah, that was the end of that season. So, we're on the same corner of the map where the missing person thing happened. A massive icy thing decided, I kinda, I kinda dig this place. So just smashed into the island and decided this is where it was now gonna live for the rest of its life. And that's what it did. But on this icy thing, something happened. A king, so the massive iceberg part decided, I kinda don't like it here, so it decided to just melt away, and it melted and melted until, castle appeared. What in castle? Throne. And yeah, so the throne room was appeared, and then Epic decided, we need to destroy the game a bit more. But not too much because it was a pretty decent weapon. So the Infinity Blade appeared, and the only reason to destroy the game quite a bit was because the Twits were like, oh no, a weapon that can counter our building. I do not like this. Get rid of Epic before we complain on 4chan. So Epic decided, we cannot allow this. So remove the sword. And yeah, that's how things were. More melting happened. Then a Mr. Prisoner person decided, I do not dig this place, and decided to run off to a corner of the island, slowly getting rid of its chains, but never getting rid of all of it. And Ice King sort of did not like that, so Ice King decided that Finn and Jake should help. No, wait, wrong Ice King. So decided that he should freeze the map. That's what he did. More zombies because that's what Epic 4 everyone liked from last season, and yeah, that's how the season ended. Zombies disappeared. Fire King melted all snow, and yeah, season ended that way. The next season started with the Fire King deciding I needed a new home, so I made a volcano, and the Ice King decided, I want treasure. Then the Fire King went, I want that treasure too. And then some pirates showing up and decided, I want that treasure too. So there was a three-way race to a treasure chest. That's when they all met and decided to start a war. And the war lasted about 2 seconds, because then it was never spoke of again. And yeah, the season mostly had unknown people digging up the map. Yeah, the map was dug up quite a bit. They went dig, dig, dig the hole. And that's what they kept doing for the most of the season. Then they found metal under the island and were like, what's this doing here? Better start digging under a lake for some reason. And what they found under the lake? A goddamn metal sheet with some things in it. And then them things, well, the things were holes, and the holes were meant to be filled by runes that somehow appeared on the map. No one has any idea how they magically appeared, but they did. They destroyed a building, then people had to go put them all back in the right spot. They did. Then a countdown started. People got chucked into the hole. They went back to the white place. They chose the drum gun. The people regretted it immensely. People left the white place, and they took to a place where a volcano was erupting, and they decided, I do not like tilted towers or tower or the polar peak. Let's decide to attack them all. Doing no damage to polar peak somehow, even though it's ice versus goddamn magma, but destroying the entirety of Retail Row and tilted towers. So yeah, that's how that season ended off, with the goddamn end of the world scenario, and yeah. The next season then began where Monsieur Jonesy and a random banana guy decided to run into a vault that magically appeared and get locked in there for a few years. Jonesy ate the banana man, and yeah, somehow did not starve to death. And a few people found him like 50 years later or something. And yeah, he had some random scribblings on the wall that predicted like the season, and yeah, that's how it went. The ice that had been melting for like 50 years somehow had not melted yet, but the second that we get back into the story, we get to see an eye. The eye decided, I do not dig this place, and decided to escape. It went bing bang boom, let me out, escaped, and decided that now was the perfect time to escape, and went into the water, nicked the castle with it, and then people were sad for a few days. Then the monster decided, I would do like property destruction, destroyed a few buildings, went, I do like fights, So the people decided, let's build the robot to have a fight with the monster, and if the robot won, then we get to do a floss dance. And that's what happened. The fight happened. Then like the monster died. The flossing happened. Then then the mech decided, I do not do this place, and just went, leaving the island after destroying the 0 point. The thing that occurred, we don't really care about. It was in the in-between, yeah, and that's how the season ended. The next season started, like many of the good stories do, by stealing other good stuff and combining it together to make the perfect thing ever. And that's what this season did. It got all the best skins, it got the best storyline elements, and put it all together. The storyline elements including the meteorites and the guy. But time had frozen for some reason. We don't really explain it, we don't really care either. And yeah, so the guy inside the meteorite decided, I do not like this place. Decided to leave, nick one of the buildings that would have gone destroyed otherwise, and decided, yeah, it's time to start building. Nicked some mechs, which some reason started appearing. Decided, I would enjoy more property destruction. So went around changing multiple POIs into different places, changed tilted towers twice, making a massive hole where a soccer pitch used to be. And yet, I am British, but I did say soccer pitch because that's what it's physically called. I do not care about my British standards. If it is called soccer pitch, I will call it soccer pitch. But yeah, it also like went ahead and like made like a moisty palm for some reason. Palms were getting moist in this season, and yeah. Then the guy decided, I sort of need to fix this. Like time standing still is pretty boring. So contacted his mates, like the other 6 of them. He made himself a suit of armor made out of mechas, and then they decided, we need to make some rockets. So made some rockets, yeah? Made some rockets, they all struck at the 0 point. The 0 point exploded, everyone got nabbed off the island. They never saw home again, they're currently missing, except for them, they're not. They got took in a black hole, and that's how the chapter ends. Yes, that that's the video. If you enjoyed me rambling on about the stupidity of things, and in fact, the Fortnite chapter 1 storyline was pretty basic, but still somehow worthy of over a 10-minute video. Smack the thumbs up button and subscribe if you would like to see the chapter 2 storyline. And I will give it the same amazing in-depth look as I did this chapter. Subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next top quality video. Goodbye. And yeah, just before I leave, I'll also say we are using a new editing app, so tell me if this one's better or worse than the previous one. Yeah.